Good morning. Hey there, sexy souls. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. We were all a bit weird. You know me. We're all a bit weird and we get a little woo woo, okay? All right. Sunstone is important today. I can definitely feel the energy of whatchamacallit? The solar plexus. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The solar plexus feels like I'm just in my power. I feel confidence. I feel assured and certain, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So anywho's, I feel a little bit of sacral, but I'm definitely getting solar, like very Queen of Wands kind of energy. Feeling very powerful right now. Assured, something like that. I don't know. All right, so today is coffee and tarot, right? As you can tell, I've already started drinking coffee. Because this is when we sit down and have a conversation with spirit. Don't really know the direction it's going to go, okay? Because we don't put any parameters. This is kind of like when spirit gets to show up and be like, this is what we're talking about today. It's like, amazing. And it's a conversation, okay? So we don't come into it with any kind of ideas or notions. We don't have any specified time frames or questions or intentions for the reading. The only intention is to sit down and have a conversation with spirit, okay? So I want you to grab your cup, whether it's coffee, tea, a hot toddy, whatever it may be. Let's cozy in and see what spirit has to say. Now, just as a friendly reminder, you are the sovereign being over your life, which means you get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages apply. So please, please, please don't Cinderella this shit to make it fit. All right? Okay. There's a hair there. Where are we starting, spirit? Tell you what, front and center in almost all the reads is the Starman Tarot. It be coming out. Come on now. The Fool, Sacred Clown. The Emperor and the Two of Swords. That almost stuck in my hand. Six of Pentacles. It's funny because I'm looking at the Two of Swords and see how within this particular one, it's almost like holding on to two concepts or two truths and feeling like being torn between the two. But I don't feel that energy. I don't feel like there's a sense of being torn or holding on to something. Strength and the Page of Wands. There's a bravery with this new start. We have the golden egg that's being kind of like cracked open by the wand. So there's some new beginning, new start that requires a bit of like the confidence that I was feeling in the beginning, right? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. We're gonna put this down here. Oh, I see some more that flipped. Wow, geez, Lord, wow. So the Three of Cups. So there's a sense of freedom and a reason to celebrate and movement. I feel like the Three of Cups, because it's associated with like connecting and community and getting out and socializing and networking and that kind of energy. It reminds me of freedom of movement, freedom to choose, freedom to enjoy, because the Nine of Pentacles is that independent, autonomous, and freedom sense. being able to choose and go your own way and do things as you see fit, because you have the capacity to at this point. So you're getting exactly something that you're needing. You're going to receive exactly something that you need. And it's funny because I said, I don't feel this torn energy where it's like, that liminal space when you're kind of caught in limbo a bit. It doesn't feel, the energy doesn't feel like that. So give me a second and let me figure out what they're trying to say about this. It's like a pulled in two different directions kind of energy. From like that doesn't feel like what you are. There's just something about a choice that's being presented to you that doesn't feel like a crossroads. It doesn't feel like you're being torn between two options and you gotta deliberate and kind of like go within or anything else like that. And they keep bringing me to the wolf. So I want you to see something, because it's like the wolf has an ankh in the middle, and then it has like this bone of like a claw, like an animal's paw kind of thing. The way it, I hope that y'all can see how it looks. And then we've got the claw marks up here, and I'm getting a major sense of protection throughout this. And they're showing me on the Emperor, the claw marks. They kept saying there's something with the wolf within this. And I was getting that sense of like confidence and being in your, like feeling powerful and feeling like, yeah, like I don't want to say in control. I don't want to say, I want to say you feel very powerful. It's like your magic is back online. Your sense of self-confidence is back online. Your intuition is back online. Like everything, they're saying all things are firing on all, like full cylinders. And the engine is firing on all cylinders, right? Like it's all a go. Like everything's online. And I feel as if there's no hesitation, there's no difficulty, right? In making this decision, I feel like you feel protected. You feel like I've got this. You don't feel scared, which is odd because like maybe something about whatever comes in to like, because this is the Six of Pentacles is about receiving. And it's about having everything, like finally getting the things that you need. Finally having something align or come in that's been necessary, right? So it is the bringing something back into balance. And so maybe this helps you feel brave, because like this they are giving me the sense of being brave about something, but I feel like you feel confident and brave and in whatever this Page of Wands is. This new beginning, this new, so the Wands I associate with the willingness to take action. I associate it with passion, drive, commitment, but it is the self-respect, the the power card, the life force energy, or like suit. Let's call it the suit. It is the confidence. It is the power, right? And so there's definitely something new happening with the Page of Wands, and something is, you feel so on top of it. Like, that is the overall energy, is how confident you fucking feel about this shit. Whatever's happening, this decision, you don't feel torn. You actually feel, I don't even know if you would use the term protected, but like, you certainly don't feel like you are vulnerable or a sitting duck. Like, it's giving me the energy of, I know exactly how this is going to go, and I know it's going to turn out in my favor, and I know that it's going to, you know, it's like, you're not letting anything else. And there's something about that Six of Pentacles that helps you do this. And it's this new start, this change actually allows some level of freedom of movement. And let's find out about that. I want to find out about the Page of Wands, please, if you don't mind. But this is good shit. I will tell you that much, because of the Three of Cups, that is absolutely every reason to celebrate. And I was perplexed a little bit, because it was like, at first my brain was thinking the Emperor was an external, and I'm like, but that doesn't, the energy didn't match that. And then I realized, because they kept saying the wolf, the wolf, the wolf, and I was like, I don't get what you're saying. Like, why are you bringing up the wolf? And then I was like, oh, I get it. The Emperor is you. You're getting your groove back. No more meek. I don't know who needed to hear that, but there's no more meek, no more humble or humbling yourself. There's no more shrinking back, no more being less than who you really are. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Are you serious? Let's give it a look. We've got the Ten of Wands and the Five of Swords. This has been a pretty, you've gone through difficulty. You've been shouldering a lot on your own, and it has been mentally draining and exhausting, and I want to say mentally deteriorating for you. And I feel as if you've been attempting to take another step to move forward on something, because the Two Pentacles are even. So it's kind of like, and he has one foot in front of the other. So it's like it's the next step on the path, right? You've kind of been stuck at step one, is what it feels like to me. And haven't been able to, because you're not kind of like having to determine where you're going to put your focus. You know, it was just a matter of moving forward. I heard get your mind right. There was a need to get your mind right. Because in this, see, she has the staff, which would be the wand, right? And then she has a sword, which is pointed upright, which is truth, clarity, understanding. And then we have the book that's finally open, where, so there's a knowing, and the egg that would have been hidden in the book is now out. It's like something is within your awareness. It's within, and then we have this, where it's kind of like a knowing that you had also. So there's this sense of having always known what needed to happen next, and maybe just not being in the position to do it, not being in the move, not having the resources or the opportunity or the capacity to do it. So you're like, I know exactly what I need to do next. I know what the next step is. I just can't make that move yet. It's kind of like chess, where you're like, you know exactly what, but you got to wait the right, and so you may have lacked something before, because Six of Pentacles comes after the Five of Pentacles, right? Seven of Wands, that is the, again, self-respect. This is the power card. This is the, I know I'm capable. I know what I got to do, and I know what I need to do for me, and I'm going to action it. This is the boundaries, the worthiness. Like you're in the right energy for this, and you just had to have it come in. Knight of Pentacles. Like he's sitting here waiting. There's this frequency, there's this thing, something had to come towards you. You had to be patient and wait for something to develop. And then we got the Six of Cups, which is, again, remember I said there's something, I was like, it's something from the past coming, like they were reiterating, like, again, it's this path you've been trying to go on. You started it, you initiated it, but you couldn't move any further forward on it. And like, it's coming back as a result. It's like pulling the Six of Cups in, the Knight of Pentacles is, see, like he's stationary. And it's like you had to call something back in. And it's whatever the Six of Pentacles is, so that you could finally move forward. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily tell me exactly what the Page of Wands is. Should we pull a different deck? Yeah, we're going to pull a different deck. I'm going to put that there. I'm getting a couple of them. We're going to... blue may be significant for you. What specifically is... Because the Page of Wands is that golden egg. This is the goose egg. This is the thing. It's a thing that you needed, right? It's important to be yourself. You were only in a temporary standstill. This is like the Hanged Man energy, right? Because she's upside down. The Awakening card. Look at things from a different perspective. Okay, that's not quite yet what I don't... Nine of Pentacles. And then a Two of Swords again. Okay. You did have to wait for this to kind of develop so you could take the next step. The Page of Wands is the breaking of that. It is the ending. That's why we had, remember, we had like a Phoenix Rising type of energy there for a minute. Again, this is the independence type of energy. We do have like the notion of potentially having some kind of like successful self-employment. But this is really about getting back to the energy of enjoying things. So you were on a pause. That is breaking now. You can now have the sense of freedom to do the things that you've been wanting to do, to take those next steps and to enjoy the process. And it's saying being unable to make a decision. You couldn't choose to move forward. There was something missing. That's what I want to know. I feel like this is something 3D tangible that is happening. Like this is very something, obviously you're going to get, like this is the step. This is the beginning of the new path. And this is your confidence, your energy, your determination. Like, this shit's going to happen. It gets happening. Like, you get what you need. And it's like, there is no, like, you see how she tamed both lions? Like, whatever dialogue could have potentially gotten in the way, you made them your bitch, okay? It's not going to get in the way. You're moving forward. You're doing this. You're doing the thing. Your level of confidence is, you don't, like, the voices in your head that would try to say certain things or to illuminate fears or potential pitfalls, and, you know, like, it just doesn't even matter. It's like white noise in the background. Like, you don't care. You don't. Like, there's no stopping you. Page of Wands. And so whatever you receive, this is that moment where you take that wand and you crack that egg open. You're like, this is starting right here, right now. Like, you're taking whatever's coming in and doing something with it. What are they doing with it? What are they choosing to do? Obviously not sit around. Wheel of Fortune. Positive change. That's exactly what I was saying. It's a situation suddenly moves forward. But this time, you have everything that you need. Fortune's on your side. Things will align perfectly for you. But it's definitely a time of positive change. And you're not waiting around. I don't know. I feel like I didn't necessarily. Three of Swords. That it is changing. We have the Ten of Wands, which is kind of like feeling overburdened, stressed, having health concerns as a result. We have the Three of Swords, which is great sadness, a time to heal. And then the Knight of Swords, which is all about cutting all of that shit out. Whatever you receive, I almost said this week. I almost said this week, and I stopped myself. My human brain was like, wait, what? This isn't a time to, and I'm like, oh, well, but in Coffee and Tarot, we may not put the parameters down, but they may, like, there is something that comes in, and this is your opportunity to change everything. And you do, without hesitation, with this unwavering knowing and confidence and just doing your thing. And it's like, it changes. It says it happens with great speed. And it's kind of like, the Knight of Swords is like creative solutions that kind of can pivot you. You know, maybe sometimes unexpected ways of you, like, I didn't know this was going to be the thing to change the energies, right? Like the wheel, but here we go. The burden is being lifted. You are getting help in a way, whether it's from spirit or somebody. And I want to say that a time of feeling ostracized and left out or very sad is over with. Okay, so what are they doing with? Whatever it is, it makes things right. I want to say for some, there may be a proposition, right? Because on this one, it can be about like being invited out. We do have some kind of like social, like group situations over here. But I want to say whatever it does, it helps to balance out your emotions. But it very well may be like a proposition of some sort. Let me clarify really quick. Okay, so the Eight of Wands, something that comes in like really quickly, and it rapidly ends a delay. You know what they're showing me? The vision is, you know how like when you're standing in a really long line, or like you're at a stoplight in your vehicle and you're just kind of like waiting for it to turn green, and you happen to look over and somebody's doing something crazy because you've been sitting there for a hot minute, and you barely glance over for a short period, and you look forward, and all of a sudden all the cars are gone in front of you, like, oh, and then, like it changed quickly, and it's like, woo, and so you take off quickly. Or like you're talking to your friends and you turn around and you're like, oh, come on, because you notice a line moved, and you're like, they're letting us in, like you have to go quickly. So that's what they're showing me. Delays are over, and a lot of things will happen at once as a result. So it's kind of like the thing that broke the dam, and so everything starts pulling in. So there's something here that you end up doing that I feel like it's one thing that leads to a whole bunch of other things. There's definitely sudden movement forward. There is a lot of luck on your side. It's making things right. And on each side of the Eight of Wands, because we have the Queen of Swords, who is cutting everything. This allows you to, I feel like you have stayed in a situation or dealt with circumstances for quite some time that you really shouldn't have had to. You should have been out of by now. And I think that's what you're doing. The Page of Wands is like, bitch, I'm done. I'm out. Let me go. Poof. Like, there's no quarrel about it. There's no him and hawing. You're like, peace out, home skillet. Because the Queen of Wands is, the Queen of Swords will cut shit out real quick. As soon as she gets the opportunity or chance to, it's done, dead, over with. She's done. You've got a lot of steam, a lot of I don't know why they're saying get up and go, but you know, because the nine of Wands is this energy of, it took a lot to keep at it. It took a lot to keep the faith, right? But it built, like, I always look at the Nine of Wands like you built up steam. Like, you've got this reserve of motivation and dedication and gung-ho-ness again, that it's like unparalleled. And so you are real quick to get rid of shit that, because you're like, no, I'm done. Like, the minute you get the green light is what I want to say. Because remember I said, let's stop it. You kind of turn back and like, there's nobody in front of you. Like there's not even like a waiting in line kind of thing. It's, you're like, oh shit, and you gun it. Like, that's what it is. That's what you're doing. I still don't understand what the Knight, like the Knight of Cups just feels odd, out of place. I don't feel like I answered that. Why did you use the Knight of Cups? Is it an invitation? Is it, like, what is it? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. That was to describe the Page of Wands. This is choosing to align with things that are only, that are in perfect alignment for you. It's like, I am no longer settling. I'm not going to deal with things. What's that got to do with the Knight of Cups? God, I think you're so irritated with what the circumstance that you've had to deal with, because there was a lot of compromise. I want to say, I'm going to pull out Secret Tarot, because when I tell you, why did you bring an offer? A proposal seems more likely than an offer. Knight of Pentacles. Three of Swords, Five of Pentacles, the Sun. It's the reversal of that. Things suddenly moving forward, and you like, okay, but that doesn't tell me. Well, now I'm just gonna get irritated, Spirit. Like, what the fuck? Why? I'm about to put that up, unless you tell me what it is. Do one of you all know? Because I'm telling you, the fact that I've had these cards that come out that feel like a blank card, like they don't even belong. It's the weirdest fucking energy. And maybe it's a blank card because it can be interpreted however the person that like, for you can interpret however you see fit. Maybe it makes sense to you, and that's the one pivotal card that is like something different for everybody. And so they're kind of like leaving it open for your interpretation, because that would make more sense than anything else. Like the level of decidedness. King of Swords doesn't just make a decision, right? In order to make a decision, you have to have action behind it. He executes. And he, like, his discernment, his knowingness, his, I see it completely clearly, and I'm going to move forward with this. Like, you're going to be successful. Whenever you receive whatever you're needing, and you're like, I'm done, I'm moving forward, period. Like, judgment is, I don't do the whole, like, the universe tests you, but it is this, like, this call, this happening, this resounding sound, almost as if it's over, like it's finally done, like something's finally wrapped up, like there's this, oh, remember in the beginning I said there's like a resurrection, like it's a resurrection energy. There's a resurrection of life. This is a reason to celebrate. There's a resurrection of life, and it'll be successful. Knight of Cups, please, and only the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody out there is sitting going, I know exactly what it means. And I'm like, I'm over here like, what? Like, what are y'all doing? Just when I think that I'm like, hey, this is how I read and this is how I work with Spirit. Spirit throws me up something in the midst. I'm like, are you serious? Fucking Eight of Wands again. Four of Wands. Again, best I can garner is like it's a some level of either an invitation, a proposition, or a proposal type of situation that creates some level. It's like a quick turnaround to a foundation. This could be have something to do with your home, or this could just be have something to do with your sense of security and like the launch pad. Like you need a sturdy launch pad to kind of like take off with. Queen of Wands, there's that Queen of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. So the Queen of Wands is that I know exactly what the fuck to do. I have confidence. I feel in my power. Like nobody can tell me nothing. Nothing can bring me down. No one can make me feel insecure. I am fully standing in my power. I know exactly what to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And the Ace of Swords is having that clear path ahead. That knowing, the sword to cut things away like the Queen of Swords does. The clarity. You irritate me. I have gotten zero confirmation on the proposition, Spirit. And it irritates me when you ignore me. Irritates me. Maybe this has happened to you. Maybe you've felt like, maybe this is the one element you don't get to know. Be coming in kind of like a weird, quirky way. Like an unexpected type of change, pivot point. And so maybe that's what it is the blank card is saying, that's the one element you don't get to know. That's a surprise. But you're going to like it. It's a Nine of Cups. You're going to really like it. And it's going to be exactly what you need. You don't do me dirty sometimes. I'm just going to say. So we have literally repeated this a million times. We're going to close out with the Moon Magic Oracle, and that will be that. This has been a very pointed, like, future glimpse of something. Like I feel like it's a future forecast. It's foresight into something. You don't need a deck, Liz. There's your wish maker. It's almost like they're like, it's a wish you made, but you don't get to know which wish. But I feel like you know. Because you kind of known all along with that Two of Pentacles that was there before. Like, I've known what the next step needs to be. But maybe you just don't know how it's going to come in. Or what's going to show up to let you. So maybe to take that next step. But you know exactly what needs to happen. Oh, good Lord. Don't worry, we'll get through it fast. Look at that moon dust. It's gorge. Okay, let's wrap this bad boy up. Alrighty. I'm about to get my coffee because I need me another sheep. Yeah, possibilities, fulfillment, and dreams. They want you approaching everything with, and I feel like that's the energy that you're going to be doing. Like, the level of confidence you've got when you start this is like, there's no question that this is happening. There's no question that everything's unfolding in your favor. There's no question at all. But they want you to have that playing in the field of possibilities, a childlike wonder as this begins to unfold. They don't want you focusing on what could go wrong or what you don't want to happen. Just be in the constant state of anticipation of getting the things that you do want. And be like, ooh, you know what I mean? That's what the wish maker is. It's think in terms of what could be possible for you. And the message of the card really at the heart of it is that nothing is impossible. And that you will find ways to make it happen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the whole energy of this reading is, it's almost like you're like, it's got no choice. It has to happen now. You're giving it no choice. I gotta be honest with you. I don't care how you feel right now. When this comes in, there's something that aligns within you. Sabbat is all about the change, right? And that they are echoing that, yes, a seasonal change is happening in your life right now. And it's kind of like a milestone. It's a pivotal one. Like, they liken it to things like becoming a parent or caring for an elderly relative, or some type of like change in your personal life where like children go off to college, or some significant birthday like turning 21, you know. But they are saying something significant is changing or is about to change. And this is letting you know that this is actually a very natural progression. And they're asking you to make sure that you embrace the change as it comes up. Okay? Let's get to moon dust. I usually go more in depth on these cards, but it feels pretty self-explanatory. I feel like they're just reiterating. Joy surprises. That's what it is. And look at this. The fact that we've got moon dust and stargazer landed on the Knight of Cups. The one card that's like the elusive card. Where I'm over here like, what do you mean? Well, it means that magic has been activated and wonderful things are about to happen for you and your loved ones, okay? It represents sudden, unexpected turn of events. Well, we got that. I did at least get to that. I did at least link them at the end, though it was a struggle for me. Okay? And it's talking about like happy coincidences, lucky windfalls, but something that, an event that leads to a place of great joy. And they said, you're going to know when this happens because you will experience something that just simply blows you like, no way. Like, it feels like that. I usually really, but aspirations, ambition, remember, that's what I'm feeling and striving. When it comes up in a reading, it's asking you to think about what you really want from your life and what you can give to the world in return. And that your manifestation is, because I feel like there's this drive, this follow through, this willingness on your side, where it's like, again, the gung-ho-ness is what it feels like, right? And they're talking about like ambition is going to come really naturally to you at this point. And that visualizing, much like this card, is going to be very important to you and helping you take all the small steps, the right steps. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm moving through this fast, guys. I told you, I know sometimes when we have a bunch of cards come out, it's like, oh my God. Wish making. We start with the wish maker, and then we have the lucky star, which is wish making. And it is talking about, it's time to make a wish. It's guiding you. There's a very magical, powerful point coming up. It's some kind of lucky break, a fortunate turn of events. Like, they keep saying this. They keep saying this. Think of yourself as being a lucky individual. So that's the way, between the wishmaker and the stargazer, it's like, when this happens, just assume shit's going to work out. Don't allow yourself to ponder on all the things that could go wrong. You need to move forward as if, like, it has no other choice. Like, the level of fucking confidence. And I don't feel like you're going to have a problem with that. I really don't. Because I feel as if once it's like the domino effect. Once the first little domino is pushed, it's like, you're protected through this. And it says, you should not be afraid. Yeah. And they say, okay, I like this one. Think of yourself as being a lucky individual, and you will automatically become luckier. This is that lucky girl syndrome thing they talk about on TikTok all the time. And go about your day knowing that you are the sort of person who attracts great fortune at every turn. That's the energy. That has been the energy the entire time. So they're giving you the recipe. And it's like, I feel as soon as this one moment happens, you're like, oh, bitch, it's on like Donkey Kong, and you move forward. There are elements that are unknown, but that's okay. Because when it happens, you're going to fucking know. You're like, oh, this is it. And you just take your opportunity, take it and run with it, and go the direction you've been wanting to go. And don't think in terms of limitations. Think of, it's on now. It's on like Donkey Kong. And move as such, okay? All right, I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for. This is some good-ass energy. Definitely come back and let me know how things pan out for you. I hope everybody has a fantastic, wonderful day. I'll be back later this week, okay?